What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael. We're going to be speaking on the Virgos for this reading. So we're going to be giving a slight description of the Virgos as you see from this card. Let's begin, right? So we have Virgo, ruled by trickery Mercury. These earthly signs make their list and check it a million times. Virgo, symbolized by the Virgin, are all about perfectionism. They are one of the most detail-oriented signs in the zodiac and will not stop until the job is done just right. They are often the most analytical and the most organized in the astrology wheel. They have many hidden talents, though they are often afraid to share that with others because of fear of imperfection. When they loosen up and let others in, they are amazing friends that you'll have for life. So that's just a slight description of the Virgos. Let's begin. This specific video is going to be coming, or I'm going to be getting messages from the Illustrate Crystals Oracle cards, right? All right, and let's begin. All right, here we go, guys. Virgos. Here we go. Put this over here. All right. Let's see what we have for the Virgos. Virgos. Alright, the first one we have is You Only More So from Crystal Ruby. Right? So this could be more so on the lines of a love connection or finding the right approach to it. I feel like with love is kind of like, okay, I feel like with spiders is kind of symbolize like creativity. So maybe you guys could be finding creative ways to be in a relationship, or finding new events or new ways to associate with one another. Like certain events that probably doesn't really cost much, like going to the beach or planning new events, or being creative with your love connection. I feel like, because I feel like it kind of brings out that creativity, right? So you could be feeling like finding new ways with your love connection or with your relationship, or finding new events and new hobbies that you guys can do together, right? So this could be somewhat of that. So this coming from the ruby, or like a ruby. You guys ever see like royalty rubies? They have like rubies and like necklaces or crowns and things like that. So this could be symbolizing like a royal love, or you guys can have like a royal connection. All right, let's see what else we have for the Virgos. Next, we have Envision the Future. This is coming from Precious Opal, or Opal. Envision the future, right? So the Opal crystal is helping you guys to seek the future, or see, like, kind of giving you guys hints on what's to come, right? You guys might be having dreams, or even you just might be just living your day-to-day lives, and then you might have like an idea of some kind, right? This can help you and assist you in ways like, okay, say you want to start an activity, or you want to start some type of journey and things like that, and you might just get an idea to do so. You know, it could just be an idea of you starting a new career, or you waking up earlier, or you going to bed at a certain time to start the next day, something like that. It could just be a lot of different things. It's hard to really pinpoint exactly what it could be, but it just could be something that can help and assist you into bettering your future, right? They might tell you to stand still. You might get visions of a stop sign to just hold off a little bit, you know, so things like that. So just keep an eye open for these type of energies. If you guys do come across these opal crystals, you can pick them up to your discernment, to your discretion. You know, you guys can pick them up and use them. You know, it's nice to look into these type of things. But you guys are going to be envisioning your future. You're going to be probably getting like sidekick things going on. You know, who's to say, right? So yeah, make sure you guys check that out. All right, next. What's next for the Virgos? Next, we have There Are Worlds Within You from Gordon Quartz. All right, so just kind of a reminder that a lot of things happen from within you, right? Like everything that we do, every activity we do, it all comes from within us. So we gotta keep that in consideration every day, each and every day you go through. Always remember that you can make your own decisions, you can make your own choices. Everything that you do is a is a choice, right? So just keep that in mind whenever you think about things becoming far-fetched or things that are impossible or things like that. Try to just use your imagination a lot to make it through, or whatever it is that you got to go through, right? Even if you're working an everyday job or whatever the case is. I'm not saying job because I don't really like to say it that way, because even when you're not working for somebody else, you're still working in a sense. So it's like whatever objects you got to do in that day, whatever task you need to complete, whatever that is. It could be watching kids, going to the park with them, whatever, bad or good, whatever the case is, whatever task that you guys need to complete in that day. Try to get your mindset to seek out as much imaginary things, like imagine possibilities to come, like imagine great things, great possibilities and things like that, right? Your mind is a powerful tool. Your mind controls your body, so it's like try to focus on that, right? So you guys are realizing that there are worlds within you. What else for the Virgos? Oh, we have, is this mine? This is coming from green fluorite, right? This is pertaining. If I'm not mistaken, this is pertaining to like some sort of energies. I talked about this on the last channel, on the last video, as far as like if you guys walk in a store or you guys are feeling kind of worried about certain things, but you don't have nothing to be worried about. This could be a sign of projection, like there could be energies that are projecting onto you. So just ask yourself before you go into a depression state or things like that, or you find yourself getting into a depression state, I would say recognize your situation and really try to see if there's anything for you to be upset about. Because if there's not, then it's probably not your energy, and you need to send it back to whomever sent it towards you, right? Meaning, like, I'm gonna break it to you like on a general state. Let's say you guys are talking to somebody and your life is going good, but they bring problematic energies to you. And I'm not talking about like people seeking for help. I'm talking about the ones that try to rub it off for you to make you feel their pain. And I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that could happen, and then it can rub off on you. So just try to be very mindful of the energies that you are feeling. Because if you're feeling like, for an example, you're feeling like you ain't doing enough, when in reality, what humans, I mean, the only thing we're supposed to do is like use the, you know what I'm saying, use to like bathe ourselves, like just regular hygiene stuff, eat, sleep. That's really our main objective. So when you got people that try to make you feel like you're not doing enough and you got to do more, that's projection. That's not really you, right? Because everybody's the end person. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you guys come away from that type of energy, right? Ask yourself, is this yours? Coming from green fluorite crystal will help you, assist you with that if you guys find some, and or even if you don't, and then go from there, right? Recognize if it's your energy. If it is, try to find something that you can improve, or come out of your push away from your life, if you can better it, and if it's not you, then try to send it back. Okay, what's next for the Virgos? Excuse me. Okay, we have you are the foundation. Coming from Howlite. So this is a recognizing that you guys are the foundation. You are what makes the boat move, right? Especially as becoming an adult, you guys have full control. Take that control. I wouldn't say, take it back. I was gonna say take it back, but just take control over your life. Make the decisions as best as possible. Create a better foundation. If you are working or whatever the case is, and then when I say working, I'm not talking about like clocking in or nowhere or what, because that's all inclusive. Like eating, cooking, all of that stuff, your body is working. It doesn't matter whether you're working for monetary, or whether you're working for the house, or whether you work for your kids. You're still working around the clock from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. So I'm not when I say working, I'm not talking about monetary work. I'm talking about in a general aspect. So with all that being said, I want you guys to take in consideration of the fact that your body is a working mechanism, like meaning you're the machine. You need to make sure that you're putting everything into your body, whether it's mental, physical, emotional, all of these different spiritual, all of these different things into yourself, and invest into yourself a lot throughout the day so that you can be the best person possible, right? So that's what we're striving for, because we are the foundation, and we can recognize that, and we can beat our chest, and we can say, oh, we run this thing and we run the world, or whatever the case is. But we have to apply the same energy when it comes down to taking care of the machine. It's like having a car. It's like you can have a good car, a great car at that, amazing, fast, reliable. But if you don't keep up on it and have the proper maintenance towards that car, your car will break down. It will be considered a lemon, and it will just sit in the garage, thereby just being a brick. It's just it's no use. So it's like, make sure that you guys recognize your foundation, and then implement things into your life that's going to help you, assist you, whether it's some reading time, whether it's some physical activity throughout your day, whether it's learning, whether, whatever that may be, eating healthier, having meal plans, having meal prep, so you actually prepare for success and things like that, right? When I say success, I'm not talking about certain items that you obtain. I'm talking about in general, like overall, everything's met, all your priorities are taken care of, all of that stuff. Less stress in life. That's what we aim for on this channel. We want to have less problems. So we might not get up here, but we're gonna have a lot less problems to worry about, thereby making us a lot more happier, because we will go through life a lot more smoother, right? So just keep that in mind. But yeah, you are the foundation. All right. Next, what's next for the Virgos? We have step ups to severity from lapis lazuli, right? So I see a king. I'm assuming, I don't know the exact term of that word. So sovereignty. I don't know the exact word of that, the definition at the moment. But at least I don't recall it. But as far as like the king and stuff like that, or the crown, sorry. I want to say step into your bloodline, step into your royalty stage. Again, this is like going back to what I was just talking about, priorities. Like, it's fine to work towards certain dreams and goals and stuff like that, but make sure that you guys are focusing on handling all your needs. If you guys ever be, and I'm not going to try to big up no certain royalty family enough like that, because I don't really know the full story of things like that. So I'm not going to say kings, queens, presidents, or nothing like that to say like you should be like them. But if you guys go to any high valued person, or people that people admire, you will see that a lot of things have to be taken care of. Even if it's simple as a bank person that has to make sure the finances are taken care of. Everybody's got priorities and things that need to be met. So step into that type of energy. Like, step into the fact of, sorting out all your basics, all your needs and stuff. Prioritize things. Prioritize your time. Prioritize your health. Your anything, your emotions, all of that stuff. Like, step into that. Don't let no people just step in and destroy that, or don't let other situations get out of the hand. So just kind of take advantage of that. Step into that mentality before you guys get to a destination, right? You gotta first prep for it. So like, it's like we was talking about the car. If you guys say you're gonna go take a drive somewhere, the first thing you should probably do is fill your gas up, right? Make sure that you got gas in your car so you can get to that destination, and maybe even have a little bit more so you can get back, right? So it's kind of just preparing yourself, right? Building that foundation, as we was just talking about as well. Building that foundation, really prioritizing yourself, your time, and all that into the things that's going to, in a sense, evolve you, and then kind of block out negative, I don't want to say just negative things, but things that don't really serve you, right? Or at least limit those things. Even if, for an example, you know how like sweets, like candy and all of that stuff, even if you just have it here and there, that's fine, as long as it's not like constant, right? So you're just kind of going through a stage or phases where you can kind of minimize certain things so that you can focus a lot on your royal selves, on your authority selves, on your high valued selves, things like that, to make you a high value person. Because if you notice, the people that are in high positions, most times, that actually doing what they're supposed to do, they tend to focus a lot on their growth, right? They're always reading, they're always Well, at least what I see. I see it in a different way. But I see that certain people are always growing, always putting time in for this, always eating this type of foods, always going to sleep this time, and they got a very like simple lifestyle type of thing. And I think simplicity kind of goes a long way when it comes down to longevity. But yeah, we're gonna speak on that more in the future. But yeah, focus on your royalty selves as well as that. I actually do review these cards once I'm finished. I go into pamphlet and then I'm able to provide more information as time goes on. But yeah, as of right now, I'm just kind of going off my instinct. So we have First of Fire from Larimar, right? First of Fire. This could be indicating for you guys to seek maybe. Okay, so you see how it has mask, and every time I read this card, it's a little different depending on how I feel at the moment, or how I'm observing it, I should say. Now with this card, with the mask, I do feel like how like people take off a mask and you see their true selves, right? And I don't think the mask is something negative in this topic. What I'm about to say, I don't. At least I'm not trying to promote it in that way. I wanna promote it in this type of mindset. We often kind of get worried when things happen and stuff like that. Like, okay, for an example, a volcano explodes. Obviously, it's not the best time, especially if you live by it. However, if it's somewhere out there in the opening or if nobody's staying by it, when the volcano does explode, it creates land, right? It creates islands and things like that, which people end up building on these type of islands and stuff like that. So with that being said, it's like sometimes when you remove or sometimes the struggle effects or things that might have happened, like disasters or whatever in your life, negative drama situations like that, might have helped you seek out your true selves, right? I don't know if you guys ever been in a position where you've tried something and it was kind of like an error, or you kind of didn't like it as much as you thought, and it kind of showed you what you don't like, and it kind of pushed you or motivated you towards your actual self that you do like. Because you know what I'm saying, you go through things in life, you start different tasks and you find out what it is you like, and it kind of pushes you a certain way. So that could be something, right? This could be indication on when you go through the negative events, it kind of teaches you more about yourself, more about your true self, I should say, right? So that could be something. And that's coming from Larimar, if you guys want to check that out for the crystals. Okay, what's next? Alright, and your final card is from Imperial Topaz. So they have You Live in Abundance, right? Yeah, you live in abundance. So, this is what I say. It all boils down to your quality of your lifestyle, right? Your quality is one of the things that I want you. Well, not I want you guys, but I would say focus on. Because again, when we look at what truly matters in our lives, we all have personal viewpoints and perspectives. So whatever you deem as abundant will be abundant, right? But I would just promote to kind of walk with it in quality. No matter what you do, just try to focus on the quality. And it should be all right. But yeah, you guys live in abundance. Just when you think of abundance, just try to use it in your in format, your in words. Just try to look at your in mentality, because abundant can be different things. But as for here, we have fruits and food and resources, food stuff that kind of keeps us alive, right? So you could look at that as abundant. So I would definitely say move with quality, right? But yeah, make sure that you guys are always remember, you live in abundance. Your life is abundant of itself, right? I don't want you guys to go through life being discouraged if you don't obtain certain items or certain things. I definitely want you guys to have a different mentality when it comes down to life, because that will keep you from struggling in a sense, because you'll find happiness in different things, right? Happiness varies a lot, right? And when you can find happiness in a lot of different things, and you could change the way you think, or sorry, not change or improve, but kind of be able to have the skill set to be able to think differently in different situations and different outcomes, it can like kind of push you towards a certain lifestyle, if that makes sense to you guys. Meaning, if you're in a predicament, you can make the best choice possible. And I'm not saying you guys don't, but I'm just saying that I want you guys to be happy regardless of the situation. Try to find happiness, because that type of mentality is what's going to pull you out of the rug, what's going to pull you out of thinking of poverty mentality, what's going to pull you out of believing certain things to be true, which you probably don't have to do all of that to get where you want to go. So it's just kind of having that different mentality and understand that you do live in abundance. You actually have the skill set to be able to see abundance throughout everything you walk through. Every person you meet has a story to tell, right? So just kind of think of it in that sense. So in that sense, and that's what this channel is mainly to target, right? You guys want to kind of teach that it's okay to think differently and stuff like that, as long as it's not affecting nobody in a negative way. It's okay to think differently and move differently. Like, you guys don't have to do what's being told, what's being taught in general essence, but you guys can think differently depending on your specific situation, right? You live in abundance, your life is abundant. Just remember that. If you feel like you don't have nothing, you have life, and you have everything when you have life, right? So just be cautious and keep doing what you're doing, right? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this video, and I will see you guys on the next one.